Hey you guys, how's everyone doing? It's 11 o'clock and I'm out here in the grass. I'm under the little street light. If you guys are wondering why, it's just mostly because I'm just enjoying the peace out here in the nighttime, and it feels really good outside. It's not hot, it's not cold. Honestly, I think it feels better out here than in the house. And anybody with really bad anxiety, there's really no need to worry. I'm out here in my front yard. It's safe. I live way out here in the country. I'm okay. It's okay out here. I'm out here late at night all the time. This is just, like my thing, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I wanted to make this video for you guys, and I hope that y'all like it and enjoy it, and hopefully y'all aren't completely freaked out by by me making it just in the grass in the yard, I just wanted to be comfortable when I made it. And I keep moving the camera, trying to help y'all so y'all can see me a little better. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I know I'm looking crazy right now. I got my hair in a bun, and it's not like the cute messy bun. It's definitely just a messy bun, but I have really natural curly hair, so usually if it goes in a bun it looks like that. But it's late. I don't care. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I don't have any makeup on either or anything. I'm not wearing a bra, but I'm not gonna point the camera down so you guys can see that. But anyways, hopefully y'all like my video. I wanted to do a story time video, and I want to explain why I wanted to do it. So I know, like, the particular times that we live in, especially, if you're a single mom, I know you know what I mean whenever I say, the majority of the time it's like one job by itself doesn't cut it. You know what I mean? Especially as a single mom. And, a lot of times even 2 jobs isn't enough, So my story time is going to be a stripper story and how I got started, and how my life has changed and how it's affected it, etc. and so on. And I hope that you guys like it. And anyways, if you guys see me doing this, I'm just trying to fix the camera. I think that's the best it's gonna do. There's a lot of weird noises out here, but it's just animals mostly. Squirrels, stuff like that, possums. I got a dog somewhere around here. She's somewhere running around here. So if you guys hear anything, it's nothing to worry about. But anyways, we're just living in times where, particularly nowadays, especially if you're a single mom and you're not getting any type of help, which is a normal thing now, to be a single mom and you're not getting any type of help, child support, daddy can't do nothing, or he's not around or whatever. And or even if you are getting help, everything, it's just expensive to live in general, you know what I mean? And so I know there's a lot of women who are who think on it or consider it, but then they don't know what to expect, or what it's gonna be like. So mostly I'm sharing my story because I want to you know, maybe you're looking, but you're not sure about it. You don't know if that's what you want to do, or you don't know what to expect, or maybe you're thinking about it, but you feel bad about it, or whatever. So mostly that's why I want to share my story with you guys. So anyways, I'm going to take you guys back 3 years ago, okay? 3 years ago, I was going through a bad separation. I have 3 children, and at the time I had 2 jobs, and they were both minimum wage jobs. And but the 2 jobs combined was enough that, you know, I was okay. You know, I didn't need any help because the 2 jobs combined it was enough. But the problem is that it was so much work. And it wasn't just even that it was so much work. It was like I was running myself ragged. Like, whenever I say ragged, I mean ragged, y'all. Like, I was tired, exhausted, like no rest at all, and it was horrible, especially whenever you have 3 children, because it was like, let me explain to you what my day would be like, okay? Excuse me. I'm getting over this cold, but I want to explain to you guys about how my day was at that point in time. So basically, I would wake up 6 o'clock in the morning. I would rush the kids I would get them all dressed, rush them out the door, get them on the bus by 6:30. And then I would go straight to work. I'd have to be at work at 7. So I had 30 minutes to get to work. And I had traffic out the bolo. And you know, like, a lot of times, like, especially nowadays, like, bosses don't give a damn. Like, they don't give a damn. You 10 minutes late, it's a problem. You in trouble. And you know what? They don't see it like, okay, you're a struggling mom with kids. They don't see it like that. They see it like, if you can't make it in those 10 minutes and those 30 minutes and whatever, if you can't make it in that time frame, there is somebody else that will. And I mean, it's true, you know, but the fact of the matter is, you know, I had nobody that would help me put the kids on the bus, you know, so I just did what I had to do. I had to get the kids on the bus 6:30. I'd be at work by 7. If there was traffic, I would just call, listen to them bitch, whatever. You know, they didn't give a damn. They didn't really give a damn at all. You know, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. But anyways, so, and then I would get off of work about 2:30, and right at 2:30, I'd have to be at the bus stop to pick the kids up. Then the kids would go either to my mother or to their father while I went to my second job. So I would drop the kids straight off. I'd probably have like a little 5 minutes or something, get them a snack, you know, run through their homework super quick, like, okay, you gotta do this, you need this, sign a couple forms, whatever. And then I would have to go straight to my other job, and then I'd be at my other job until 11:30 at night, and then I would get home at 12:30 at night. Right at 12:30 at night, go to bed, turn around, have to wake up next morning at 6:30, and this was a pretty good, like, 6 days a week. Sundays was my only days off most of the time. Sometimes Sundays I didn't even get off. You know, most of the time, hopefully I would get a Sunday off so I could rest, and usually that Sunday I would sleep the whole entire freaking day because I was literally exhausted. Oh man, my phone is going dead. Okay, there we go. Okay, so anyways, from being mentally, physically exhausted. It started to take a toll on me. Just my whole entire body, you know, and then not just physically, it was mentally too. Like, I just had so much that I had to do, and you know, it was a lot. And anyway, so of course it started to show in my work ethics, and I ended up getting fired from both my jobs at the same time, same exact time, same time. Both of them let me go. And so at this point in time, I had, like, I'm gonna say it was like a Friday. It was a Friday, and I think I went to go collect my check. And after I paid everything, and I had to wait for my other check, was going to be the next 2 weeks that I got that one. So I went and got my first check from my first job. And, which it was a weekly pay job. And my other job was a bi-weekly pay job. And so I had to wait the other 2 weeks for the other check. But in the meantime, after I did whatever I needed to do with the first check, it was an animal. It's a cat over there walking. After I did whatever I needed to do with my first check, I had like $50 to my name. I know a lot of you guys know, like, $50 to your name, okay? Like, you got 3 kids, you gotta put gas in the car, you just lost both your jobs, you got $50 to your name. You know what I mean? So, anyways, so the reality sunk in, like, you know, like, I have to find something now, you know. So, you know, I took the $50, and at the time, like, I had a lot of girlfriends, like, girls that are friends. I had a lot of girlfriends that they were single moms too, and they had danced at the time, and they would say, you know, why don't you try it? Why don't you try it? Why don't you try it? Well, if you guys want to know me at that point in time, I was an extremely shy individual. I don't know if you guys can tell from me making this video right now, because I got some anxiety right now making this video. But you want to talk about a shy individual? I was an extremely shy individual. Like, me dancing in front of people, period. No, not at all. No. So, and then at the time, I was like 26. I was like 25 going on 26. And I really didn't understand, you know, even then. And it's really weird because I'm like 28 now, okay? So, I mean, like, it's really weird how much you grow in a little amount of time, because I would say at the age of 25 going on 26, I really didn't understand, like, a woman's body, like, and not like I didn't understand a woman's body, because obviously I'm a woman. What I'm saying is, like, or what I'm trying to say is, like, I didn't understand, like, what a beautiful woman's body was, you know what I mean? Like, I had this idea that how a body's supposed to be from watching, you know, like, music videos or whatever. Like, just the media puts this idea in our brain that the idea of a beautiful woman's body is like big titties, big butt, but you gotta have the slim waist, you know what I mean? And I'm not a big person. I'm pretty tiny, but now I know, you know, now that I know more of an idea of, you know, what a beautiful body is, like, I do have a nice body. I have small titties, but they're really nice. They sit nice, and they don't sag, you know. They're not too big, but they're not too small. I have a nice, just for my shape and my weight, like, I have a nice body, you know what I mean? But at that point in time, like, I just thought, like, small tits, like, you know, isn't attractive at all or whatever. So I had, like, really big insecurities, You know, like, oh my God, like, nobody wants to see you naked, you know what I mean? But, the reality, like, you know, most guys don't give a shit. They don't. They just want to see tits and ass. They don't care. They don't care if they're big, they're small, whatever, sagging. They don't give a shit. They want to see tits and ass. They don't care. So, anyways, so anyways, so I'm riding around and I'm looking, you know, I'm job hunting, and it's going through my head, like, where should I go, you know, stop here, fill out an application there, do this, do that. But the reality was always setting in my head at the time that, that even if I get, you know, if I get 2 other jobs, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to drag myself out. I'm going to be wore out. I'm going to end up losing these 2 jobs. And finally, I could hear a voice in my head, and it was like, you know, why don't you try the strip club? Which, even then, hearing the voice in my head, like, it sounded crazy. Because, like I said, like, if you knew me then, like, you know, of course I was your typical woman that was insecure about my body, even though there's nothing wrong with my body, y'all. I've had 3 kids. I look good. Like, I don't even really have stretch marks, okay? But still at the time, like, you know, I was just a typical woman. Like, I'm insecure about my body. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could do it and be comfortable doing it. You know what I mean? Like, just all that stuff went through my head. But I kept hearing this voice say, you know, you never know until you try it. You know what I mean? And finally I said, you know what, you're right. I'm not going to know unless I try it. Because I could either try it and like it, or I could try it and never want to do it again. And at the time, the most important thing to me was, well, at least you tried. You know what I mean? At least you put an effort forward. At least you tried. No one can say that you didn't. You know what I mean? So, anyways, so, excuse me, y'all. So, anyways, I went to the club that I most knew. That I used to take my girlfriend to all the time. I used to drop her off for work, and sometimes I'd hang out to pick her up. And most of the time I hung out in the parking lot, though, because I didn't want to sit and talk to her and hurt her money. So anyways, so I went to that club, and it turned out the old manager had left the guy that was there before whenever I was taking her. And it was actually the DJ that was the manager now. And I had knew the DJ previously. He was just a really nice guy, you know, really sociable person. He was just nice to everybody. It was a lot of times that we would conversate and whatever. And anyways, I went in there and I'm like, hey, how you doing? You know, and he's like, what's up? You know, talk to me. What's going on? So I'm like, okay, well, basically, do you need any girls? Because I need to work. So he was like, well, tell me when can you start? Now, to me, like, this was, you know, like, this may sound crazy to some of y'all, whatever. I don't care. It is what it is, okay? To me, this was like a sign from God, because, and a lot of y'all might be laughing right now, but listen, okay? God knew, just like I knew. If I had got up there and had to audition, I would not have taken it seriously. But if I got up there and I got no choice but to dance and make some money or not have a job, period, I'm going to take that a whole lot more serious than the audition. The audition, I'm going to laugh at myself, okay? Like, it's not going to work. So anyways, he was like, okay, well, you know, when can you start? So I think I said like a Thursday or something. And yeah, it was like it had to be like, yeah, it was like a Thursday. And he was like, okay, well, I'm going to see you then. So, with me, like, I didn't really know, like, much of anything at all. Like, about dancing at all, you know. I was just being thrown in there, and I was throwing myself in there mostly. But anyways, so I come in there, it was a Thursday. I came in there 7 o'clock. I got dressed, and being in there first, they liked that I would always come in there like so early as soon as we opened and being the first one. So anyways, but I knew I was going to be, because I was in there first, I was going to be the first to dance. And I had no idea, like, what to expect at all, even for myself. Like, I've never danced before. Like, I didn't know how to dance. Is there a particular way that you dance up there? Like, what do you do? Like, do I need to know the pole? And like, I had talked to people before, and they were like, and they were like, no, girl, the pole isn't, it's not a necessity, you know, you just get up there, use the pole to hang on to, whatever. I had all kinds of people tell me all kinds of different things. Anyways, so it came my time to dance, and of course I got up there, and he was playing some crazy music for me, and which really kind of threw me off, because, you know, I needed that motivation. Like, play me something I like. Play me something I want to hear, because I need that motivation right now, you know. So he had played me like some real crazy song. I can't even remember what it was, y'all, but it was like, it just, I don't know, it wasn't like club popping music. And so I started dancing or whatever, and and it was really bad. It was bad. It was really bad. I think the worst part is, like, you know, being up there with no experience, is how your first time is gonna go. So it went pretty bad, but the blessing from it was that because it was so bad, and I basically embarrassed myself, and not only did I embarrass myself, but I embarrassed myself half naked. So it's like, you can't do any worse than that. You know, you can't do any worse than embarrassing yourself half naked. You know what I mean? So it was like the blessing that come from that was like, after that first time, and it's over, and you done did it, and everyone's seen you embarrass yourself naked, and you can't do any worse than that. It was like, you know, it doesn't matter now. Like, it's on now. Like, it doesn't matter what I do now, because you can't do any worse than that. So that was the blessing that come out of it. And the fact that even though I didn't have any experience, and I did look crazy my first time going up there, well, you know, like, the second time was a little bit better. The first time is just something you just have to get over it, you know what I mean? But after the first time, it's like a cakewalk. But being that I had no experience and I didn't know what I was doing, I still made that night. I made $165, and that was like $165 in one night. Was like, that was a lot of money, especially the fact that I'm working whole weeks before now for like $300-400, and you know, that's already a big portion of what I'm making. Oh, that's a big caterpillar over here, y'all. It's a huge caterpillar. I don't know if I can show y'all though. But anyways, so it turned out to be a big blessing, and I've been dancing ever since and making better money. And of course, now I have more experience, and it's a whole lot easier now, especially being that, you know, I learned the stage a little bit more, I learned the pole a little bit more. My hustle game has gotten better. You know, I'm not as shy anymore. I can talk to people, and so to me it was a blessing. It still is. And I'm messing with this caterpillar. He's so big. But anyways, you guys, I hope y'all liked my video, and I hope that it helps anybody that might need it. You know, like I said, maybe you're thinking about it, but you don't know what to expect, or you don't know if you can do it, or you just need that motivation, or whatever. I will say, for a lot of y'all that think that y'all are gonna go into dancing and like come out with thousands of dollars, that's not always the case. Okay, it is better money, it's decent money, it's definitely not minimum wage money. And you know, if you feel like you don't look good enough, or you're not pretty enough, listen, baby, I've seen some ugly bitches in the club make some big money, okay? Sometimes it doesn't even matter what you look like, or if you're insecure about yourself. I've seen bigger women. I've seen skinny women, like, you know, like really skinny women, no ass, no tits, no nothing, make money in the club. It just, really boils down to more of, and even if you're not that great of a dancer, you know, it really just boils down to your hustle game in general. You know, these men come in here, they just want to be talked to, show them some love, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's not if you can or can't dance. I mean, it helps, you know what I mean? It's a lot of times that whenever I'm on stage and I'm doing pole work, that I get a lot of attention and I make some money, you know, doing that. But the majority of the time I make more, and all the girls will tell you, you're gonna make a lot of money on the floor more than you are the stage, because, you know, if you just get out there, you talk to these people, you're nice to them, you know, it'll pay off. You can make $1,000 in a night. You can make $1,000 in a week. You can make $2,000-$3,000 in a week. Some people make more than that. It just really all depends on you yourself, the type of effort that you put in. Don't feel discouraged at all if you're just going in and, you know, you never danced before. You're not going to be able to work that pole if you never danced before. Don't let it discourage you. I had to put in a lot of work to learn that pole, and it is a lot of physical exercise. It really is. But once you learn it, it becomes like more like a natural thing, and it just gets easy after that. After you get used to it, and it becomes like the natural thing, and it gets easier. But don't be discouraged by that, you know. And if you guys, you know, you shouldn't, don't let little things discourage you. That's really just the best advice, is, you know, just put your hustle game on, and just talk to these people. You can talk to them like normal, or whatever it is you do, you know what I mean? Everybody's got their particular thing in the club that they do, or whatever. A lot of people will try to discourage you, like tell you like, oh, you're gonna be a dancer, you gotta be a whore, or whatever. Listen, baby, you don't gotta do nothing that you don't want to do, okay? You have security in that bitch for a reason. Don't let these motherfuckers get you. You get them. You hustle these motherfuckers. Don't let these motherfuckers hustle you, baby. Listen, you control you. You know what I mean? That's just something, I mean, I'm not going to say it's a myth, because I know it's girls that do, like,